There are things people do abroad that they will never ever tell you. They won't even tell their husband, not their children. But when the truth finally comes out, it doesn't just break a marriage, it destroys everything. And sometimes the person who think they won ends up paying the highest price. This is the story of our brother James and Auntie Juliana. Let me take you back to Port Harcourt in Nigeria. Mr. James Okoro is struggling but a responsible man. And his wife, Uncle Juliana Okoro, a woman with one single dream. I want a better life, not only for myself, for my children, and for my husband. In 2017, Juliana got admission for an MSc in public health in Houston, Texas. Brother James did everything possible for Auntie Juliana to move straight to America. He sold land, borrowed money, paid tuition fee, packed everything, even paid for the flight, and sent his wife to America. Our brother stayed behind in Nigeria with 3 children because that was what they had in Nigeria before Auntie flew to America. Our brother now became the mother, became the father, at the same time the provider. In fact, Brother James did all the school runs. He now became the teacher as well. At the same time, was still sending money to America because he believes if she succeeds, we all succeed. That was his philosophy. At first, everything looks fine. Our auntie was doing great, was doing well at school. The work in call, she was doing some little work. You know that 20 hours work, eh? And her hope was so high. She was in high spirit. But by 2019, reality hits. Visa was expired. Program was winding up, was ending. Juliana now called home. Call her husband. Honey, I'm coming back home. James, panic. No, don't come back home. Don't come back home. Nigeria is not funny at all. Nigeria is not easy now. These people, they will tie your hand. Lack of insecurity in Nigeria. Petrol is problem. No NEPA, no good road, nothing. Please don't come back home. Find a way there to stay in America. People say, ask people, how do they do it? How do they manage to stay? Stay, do what they do there. That single statement alone changed everything in Auntie Juliana's life. Juliana started asking around, how do they do it here? How do you do it? And the answer was simple. Find someone with paper. Yeah, just go and find someone with papers. They will do it for you. Then she now met Mr. Marcus, a 45-year-old American citizen. They both enter an agreement of marriage together. Not love, only for papers. At first, it was an agreement, but slowly, it now became something that Mr. Marcus started controlling Auntie Juliana because he wants to fire anytime, any day. And when Auntie complained, Brother Marcus said, hey, if you want green card, you have to cooperate. That was when the survivor now becomes sacrifice. For almost 3 years, Juliana lived 2 lives. To James on the phone. Honey, I'm sorting things out, Just don't worry. Things will be okay. But in reality, she was living under Mr. Marco's control. She couldn't even talk because, how do you explain to your husband that you lost yourself because you want to survive and you want the other people to survive? How do you tell your husband that someone is firing you day and night? Someone is fakafoko you. How do you tell your husband that? It's not possible. It's a taboo. Our sister kept everything to herself. She didn't tell a single soul. By 2022, she got her conditional green card. She now distanced herself from Mr. Marcus and moved out of that house. Then she now applied for the children, for them to join her in America. Because in the first time when she filled all the documents, she stated there that she has 3 kids out of wedlock. In early 2023, the children arrived America. 1 week later, Brother James also arrived on a 5-year visitor's visa. Normally, a visitor stays for 6 months in America. But Juliana filed for adjustment of status. Now, James could stay in America. Everything looks complete. Dream achieved. But it was built on silence. Isonu eguni, egode chuku chaka chaka chaka. After Juliana got a conditional green card, she started pulling away from Mr. Marcos. No more calls, no more visits, no more answers. At first, Marcus ignores it. Because before, Marcus was benefiting now from the POPO. But now, our auntie has cut him off completely. Mr. Marcus call. No answer. Auntie will not pick the call. Then Mr. Marcus was so angry. He now texts our auntie and he said, don't forget how you got here. Text to Auntie Juliana. Auntie Juliana still silence. Auntie Juliana did not reply. That was when things now changed. Mr. Marcos was now angry. Not because of the money that Auntie still owe him, because Auntie still need to pay some little change to Mr. Marcos. Not even because of the agreement. It's because Mr. Marcos, have this ego. Mr. Marcos still want to control and is scared. He knew if she disappeared, he could be left with questions or worse problem. So, Mr. Marcos now decided to travel from his state to this auntie's place and said, I'm going to go there myself to see her. Then one single day, a knock, on her door. When she opened the door, it was Marcus. And Marcus says, you think you can disappear? You think you can hide? This is America. James was inside the house watching, hearing, looking at what was going on by the doorstep there. Marcus dropped the bombshell. The moment he noticed that someone is there watching and looking, he saw the chemistry that this guy is not just normal person. He might have something going on with Juliana. Then he now dropped the bombshell. He said, okay, ask her. Is she your wife or your girlfriend? Ask her. How did she got the green card? Ask her. Now let her tell you now. Maybe she's here, I'm here. Ask her. Until Juliana breaks down. Confess everything to Mr. James. James was also silent for a few hours. Broken, cried. James didn't know what to do. He called Nigeria, reported the matter to his family. And the family says, leave her. She's a kuna, we know now. But Brother James said, no, Mama, no, Papa, I'm not going to leave her. She's my wife. But what I will do will wow you guys. And when I asked Mr. James as well, why wouldn't you want to leave your wife? James told me, James said, bros, I didn't suffer in Nigeria for years all alone with 3 kids. No. Now, I'm in America. I will now go back to Nigeria empty-handed. No. Nobody does that. No way. I'm not leaving. By 2025, James stabilized. James now moved out of that house as well because James has a good work. Now, James' life has settled. Then suddenly, he now fell sick. He was diagnosed with kidney failure. Doctor says, you need dialysis immediately. That was when bills were now rising. The pressure is now mounting. Now, Brother James turned to Juliana. He said, Juliana, please, I need your help. I'm dying. Can you help me financially? I need to pay for my medical bills, and I don't have enough. Long quiet on the phone. Then Auntie Juliana says, I will help you though, but not the way you think. She says, I'm going to pay for your first hospital deposit. And at the same time, I'm going to pay for your initial dialysis session. But after that, I'm going to step back. James asked, why will you step back? Juliana said, you've forgotten. I told you how I managed to get my document in America. I was honest with you when Mr. Marcus came. And since then, you've been fighting me, you packed out of the house. Do you know how many ladies, how many women in Obodoyibo that did the worst thing than what I did? Huh? If I didn't do this, I won't be able to have my document and I won't be able to bring all of you to America. My people, let me explain something quick here. In America, not everybody has full health insurance. And even when you do, it doesn't always cover serious treatment completely. Some people still have to pay thousands of dollars from their pocket. And that was exactly the situation of our brother. My people, life is not always about right or wrong. Sometimes it's about choices. Sometimes it's about timing and consequences. Our brother stays in America for papers, but those papers could not save him today. So, I'm going to ask you guys, who is wrong here? Juliana or James? And at the same time, if you are Juliana, are you going to help our brother completely for the sake of the children or for the sake of the past? Or will you just, bust or just dust him like that? And if you are brother James as well, if someone tells you that someone bulala your wife because of a staying permit, would you still continue to marry that your wife? Or will you do the same thing like brother James, running and leave her alone? What will you do? Let's meet in the comment box there. This is African Black Gold TV. We speak so you can see. Let us all stay awake and open our eye. Kumba. If you think this one is heavy, please wait till you see the next story coming up. And that's one of the reasons why I said, please turn on that notification bell and subscribe to African Black Gold TV so that when I bring the new update, that is more heavier than this, you will be the first person to be notified with my bagang 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 bagam. I've noticed something similar in recent content. Let's respect originality and the effort behind storytelling. Create your own voice. Create your own audience. Your audience will respect you more for it. I see you, kuru kuru. Auntie, now you know how they talk to. But you know how far we've been, right? Okay. Please, I will watch you. Till I see you guys in the next video, please subscribe to African Black Gold TV.